Hi everyone, this is Alex with you again. It's been a while since I've posted the last video, and today I will read the last paragraphs from my little book. I didn't know what to use as background for this last 5 minutes reading, and then I thought, okay, why not myself? Even though I am quite a private person, I wrote a very personal book, but yes, I'm an introvert for sure. Even though I think it's okay to show my face, so you know whom you've been listening to all this time. So, without further ado, let's finish the Puzzle Maker book. We were in chapter 7, paragraph 28. We know by now that the mind influences the body. We don't hear as often, though, how the body influences the mind too. If you consciously and daily put your body into empowering postures, soon, by virtue of the two having to share the same frequency, the mind will follow, even though it wasn't initially up for it. So, physically smile, and soon the inner smile will be present too. Physically stand tall, chin up, chest open, belly tucked in, soles of the feet completely touching the ground, and soon your mood will be balanced and positive too. Physically walk with confidence, and soon you will feel happy and full of purpose and potential. Always come back to your center. Do it physically first, by gathering your attention somewhere in between your physical heart and the belly button. You will also feel how you calm down and become quiet, yet alert. Once you are centered, move from power. 729, about burial. Only beings heavily attached to matter would try to preserve matter in concrete boxes, instead of letting it melt into the nature where it belongs. I'd love to be cremated. I am a neat freak, and there is nothing more purifying than fire. However, my children will most likely need a place to find me, so I will have a grave. If only I could be buried wrapped in a cotton cloth, in soil, plain soil. 730. Placing value creates instant attachment. Not placing any value anywhere out of fear of loss creates alienation and separation. The higher ground is value for everything, yet attachment to nothing. Souls go to school for that, for many lifetimes. 731. Only people with good self-esteem can do mea culpa. When facing guilt, low self-esteem will turn to resentment for self and others. 732. Nobody can bear the totality of this world's grief not even for a minute, much less for the long run. That is why we pick and choose what subjects to get inflated about, what subjects to donate to: attention, energy, money, and eventually give up and move on, because too much world grief can sink your own boat. To forget is to survive. 733. Question: if you could go back and change just one thing in your life, what would that be? Answer: my obsession in finding the one. It took me from 14 to 40 years to heal that thing, but I did. I'd like to heal the food issue now, please. 734. My parents are getting old. I sometimes catch them asleep, especially my father napping in front of the TV, grandpa style. And every time I am fascinated and moved to tears by their resting faces. They look so innocent and frail. My heart then fills up with an immense tenderness, entangled with gratitude and some guilt and regret. The resulted emotional wave literally, physically hurts, since I cannot possibly contain it all in one flesh of a body. Whatever ego battles we have had over the years disappear, swept away by this light wave. Love remains. Life passes. Love remains. Sleep comes. Love remains. Love. 735. I used to believe that innuendos tangled with sarcasm are inside an argument the proof of you being smart and sharp, of not being diverted and thrown off track by your opponent. Now I consider this to be the tactic of weak people, people who cannot own up to an open discussion on contradictory terms, cards on the table. People who are not able to speak up their needs and wants in the moment, and so harbor resentment on the long run. They will throw that resentment in a future argument, like a drop of venom, in the most unexpected and coward of ways, confusing and hurting their opponent with endless and painful offshoots of the subject in case. It is a defense mechanism. You rise above it. 736. Without a mirror, you would not know your face. Without the other people, you would not know your character. 737. I would rather have my illusions crushed to pieces and the resulted pain tearing me apart than hide my head in the sand and live a lie. 738. You are completely alone, and you are never alone are both true. Luckily for me, I have been gifted the grace of being aware of the second sentence, and so I get to choose if I want to feel lonely or not. It is a blessing, really, being able to shift at will. So thank you. 7:39. I had to be away from my children for 2 months in another country in order to realize how my life is empty without them. Being their mother is a given of this life, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I missed no one ever in my whole life how I missed those 2 children, their scent, their touch, their heartbreaking, heart-making innocence. Missing men throughout my life was painful. Missing my children was total alienation. I didn't exist. I have made peace with my fate as a mother of autistic twins. We are a trinity, and I am incomplete and useless without them. I am grateful. $7.40 and the last paragraph. I thought when I compiled the book that it is a very good paragraph to end this project with. Man, as in human, man evolves not because he is approved or disapproved by God. Man evolves because in the all-permissive, all-encompassing field of God, he rises and matches higher and higher versions of himself. In the safety of total acceptance, the human becomes restrained by nothing else than his own illusions, freed at will. Isn't that unconditional love from God's part? There you have it. The puzzle maker. I am the puzzle maker, and you are too. Your life is a puzzle. And you take whatever pieces resonate with you and make it as beautiful as you can. Trust the processes, relax, do your part, you'll be fine. I finished the book, but I have some little projects with it. So if you liked it, stay tuned, because I intend to pick up subjects from it and maybe explain them further. As always, thank you for your time and energy. It's been a pleasure for me. I'll see you soon. Take care.